Now let's begin the conversation. Initiations of policies to drive transformation is a catalyst for impacts that echoes far beyond the present. In Surulere, local government area of Lagos State, the Chief of Staff to the President, Femi Gbajabiamila, has launched a scheme tagged Ride to provide free transport for primary and secondary school students. The scheme will also serve the elderly that are 65 years and above in the council area. The 33 mini and medium buses unveiled to drive the project will also be available to other residents at a subsidized rate. Gbajabiamila said he is not tired of serving the people of Surulere. Now let's share this story by TVC News Ayomide Ajaybe with you.
The coastal buses and shuttle van donated for the use of the people of Surulere and by extension Lagos is aimed at providing succor to school children and the elderly. In their separate remarks, the chairman of Surulere Local Government and APC chairman, who also doubles as chairman Ride Committee, highlights the importance of the transportation intervention for the students and the elderly.
What you are doing today is for our students, our young ones and the elders from age of 60, 65 upward are free to enter all these buses free of charge. Likewise, the children. We thank you, sir.
You can see some students there. They are going to be plying this bus from the hours of 7 a.m. in the morning to 8:30 a.m. in the morning going to school, free of charge. Also coming back from school from the hours of 2 p.m. to 3:30 p.m., free of charge.
Other stakeholders in the party and the state who spoke at the event appreciate the magnanimity of the Chief of Staff as they emphasize that the ride is not just for poverty alleviation, but to support parents with low income to keep their children at school.
The ride is mainly for social purpose. The commercial aspect came in just because it should be a self-running program. That is why it is like that. But mainly is for the social purpose, which is what Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila always pushes for.
For every child that takes this bus free of charge, the parent has an extra money in his or her pocket. This program, apart from that, is also to encourage our young ones to go to school.
The Chief of Staff to the President in his speech says the Ride is a developmental program to ensure access to safe, reliable and affordable transport services with priorities for the elderly and school children.
Access to these services, especially for young children in school, for older people, for the less able, and for all those who struggle with their income, can be the difference between succeeding in school or failing because of a lack of regular attendance. So it can be the difference between being able to get to the hospital on time, to receive life-saving medical assistance, or dying at home alone. It can be the difference between getting to a job interview on time or missing the opportunity of a lifetime.
This social and commercial service has provided direct employment opportunities for 30 grant staff and 66 drivers as fuel, salaries of staff and maintainers to be covered for the next 3 months by the Chief of Staff, while parks have been secured to ensure smooth service. Ayomide Ajaybe, TVC News, Lagos.
A very beautiful one. In fact, BK, this is a bold transportation initiative. But talk to me. How will you describe the impact of this project?
It's a very significant step taken by the Chief of Staff to the President, Right Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila. The man is called the leader. He started this scheme even before he became Speaker of the House of Reps. Started the scheme when he was Majority Leader. And the second phase that we have witnessed is significant because it has now is now in partnership with Lamata, which means that Lamata will help run the scheme.
Okay.
You know, it's no longer in the House of Reps, but this thing had been on. So to ensure continuity, the matter has been brought in,
Okay.
you know, to now run this thing. And whatever we can do to take away some of the burden that our people are going through, that are facing, some of the burden that our people are carrying at this time,
Yes.
has to be welcomed. And frankly, all countries of the world try to subsidize transportation because a good chunk of workers' money goes into transportation. So what he has done now will really benefit students because they can take them to and from their school, and their teachers as well
True.
will benefit, and
The
the
elderly.
elderly. You know, these are the most vulnerable people in our society.
Yes.
Kids and the elderly. So I'm really grateful, and I commend Right Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila for doing his best to sustain this program. At the time it kicked off, we had 30 new buses,
Okay.
160 motorcycles, and 25 tricycles. You know, that was at the time of, at inception. But we are seeing now 33 mini and medium buses, you know, put on display. I saw some of those buses a while ago. So
Okay.
in high density, high population density areas, they are going to roll out the bigger buses, and those routes that are not as populated or congested
Okay.
as other routes, the smaller buses will take charge. But it's very good, and again, it's an opportunity for some people to earn a living.
Absolutely.
You know?
All right, Paul, this is, in fact, a very, very big, bold one. But do you think this will motivate other politicians to also do this to serve the people?
That's a very big question. But we will adjust. What I can do is to just advise them to learn from Gbajabiamila.
Exactly.
Gbajabiamila is for him. It's also a way of giving back to his constituency. You know,
Absolutely.
they've supported him through these years, voted for him. You know, as a lawmaker repeatedly. Of course, he has left the House of Reps, but he has not forgotten his people.
Sure.
And even when he leaves office, eventually, he will still return to his people.
Absolutely.
So it's a very, very good thing. I'm very excited about the fact that for the first 3 months of this second phase, he's going to be responsible for paying the salaries of the staff, the Baja staff, the drivers. He'll be responsible for fueling the vehicles. But of course, he expects that after 3 months, the scheme will be able to run on its own. So it's I can't imagine the better life is going to give to the parents of these kids, because it's going to keep some money in their pocket.
Sure.
Of course. And the fact that people are also going to be paying just 25% of the fee,
highly subsidized.
you know, after they have done the school runs and all of that, it's a lot of money. Some people will be saving probably up to 20,000 naira, you know, that they spend on transportation.
And can go to other areas.
And, you know, they just multiply 20 by 12, that's about 240,000 per annum. So I think it kudos to Gbajabiamila. You know, we've been saying that given the removal of fuel subsidy, that government should now subsidize sectors like transportation. Although this is the personal initiative of Gbajabiamila, I think people that society has treated well, people that society has raised, should be able to give back to society significantly in a way that is going to impact on the people. That's what leadership is all about.
Absolutely. That's what leadership is all about. All right, gentlemen, let's move straight to our next conversation.